Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I want to welcome you all to the 48th episode of my long-form Let's Play of The Outer World. Now, if you're new to the series, there is a link to the playlist in the description down below, but to give you a really super duper quick synopsis, bad ending run-through, evil dude named Bob, betraying everybody, Peril and Gorgon DLC, near the end game. So, that's all done. Let's cue the intro. Alright folks, so welcome back people at YouTube, and I want to apologize. I just noticed that the last episode, as I finished recording it, once I went to break, that that I had not turned game sounds back on. I have verified, here we are, that sounds are on, and that you're hearing the game sounds again. I am sorry for the episodes where this happened. I wish there was a way, or some sort of thing I could do in Streamlabs to make it a little more obvious to me than just having to actually physically look like some sort of indicator, and that's purely on me. It's not making a habit of, I make the habit of turning it off while I'm on break in case I want to go take a quick look at a website and some video decides to jump out at me, a sound or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so let's continue on. Looking for personnel list of some sort. Continuing on with the main quest here. Assume that's probably where we need to go. That's our... Yep, that's our quest objective. Directory. Locate facility staff. One result found. Name, Mostly, Clarence. Location, Byzantium, Musgrave Collection. Thank you for your diligent commitment to personnel tracking and surveillance. Logs. Displaying most recent logs. Quitting time. We've been through a lot together, old friend, but they just blared the evacuation order. Guess that's the end of Gorgon. For the record, you're my favorite comms tower in the whole world. I'll never forget you. Love, Technician number 13, junior grade. Well, shit. Fancy seeing me here. The last escape shuttle left a few of us in its dust. Never seen anyone lift off in such a hurry. We scattered like roaches. It's every man and woman for themselves now. You're still up and running, I see. Looks like only one employee left with their tracker flipped on. What a rude. Signing off for good this time. Take care of yourself, comms tower. Don't forget to stand up straight like I taught you. Best. Mission 13. Okay, so... now, that means Clarence Mostly can be found at the Musgrave Family Collection and Art Gallery located in Byzantium. Well, I guess we're headed back to the ship to go to Byzantium. A little bit sooner than I expected. I thought this would all take place on planet, but yeah, that's okay. Go ahead and jump to the ship. Where are we? The Unreliable. There we go. Whee! And while we're out and about, let's go check to see what happened to Phineas's lab. We were going to go there, and then I get distracted by Gorgon. Okay, taking some time to load. Put you away. Nothing to say, Ada? Interesting. That's not normal. Store you, store you. I will double check. I want to double check your damage against my Let's actually, yeah, let's check that. So 374, 131, 250. Oh, yeah, silencer. You going away. 216 beats you any day. How about look at some of the. So we got 35 and 56. Let's look at. So you are heavy. Level 22. Level 25, 67. 7. $77. Level 28. Yep. Why not? And yeah, let's see. We got you're level 21, 35. So one-handed melee +5, and I don't get a minus, and I don't get a -6. Yes, please. We'll need to mod you, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then let's check everybody else. Actually, we had armor. We're checking weaponry. 250, 216. Give you a special. Negotiator still works out well. Okay. And yeah, so let's check. Ellie is our top. She's got 214 to 43, still pretty good there. 176, still pretty good. Felix. We'll do weapons first. So, plasma rifle. Tossball stick, pretty good. Ayoka. Yep. And yep. Our body. Yes. And yes. Vicar Max, yes. And yes. And Sam, I still can't change. Go back to Ellie. 43 and 43. We can do better. 43. So your heavy melee weapon skills. Let's see. 43. Can we do better than 43? 35. 62. Oh, yeah. Much better. That matter. Hold on. 89. Okay. Actually, no. We're going to give our body initial choice of better armor. So 51, 62. And 43. Okay, there we go. Now we go to Ellie. 43. Hold on a moment. You know what? Forget stealth skills. Forget. I don't need stealth skills. I almost never use stealth. Where are you? There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. Now I'm walking around in power armor. Means we're gonna put. I mean, we're gonna put Parvati in that. I needed to update my armor anyway, so. No, we'll put Ellie in that, and I'm actually gonna take Ellie with me because I like Sam, but. We got 66, so call that good. Felix, what do you got? 42 and 39. We can give you 67 at least. Better armor. Naoka. 57. Yeah, you're still good there. Definitely can do better than 34. Alright, so trying to be 37. 51. Yeah, there we go. Thicker Max looking a little bit heftier now. And Sam, we can't do much for. Why do they even give him the slots if there's nothing that can be attached? Alright, with that said, go ahead and do what I was going to do before. Stow you. Stow you. Stow you. There we go. Oh, did I miss one? Huh. Almost. Lost out on that. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and...
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought
Finally!
on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Finally! Okay, why I'm saying finally. I have never gotten this particular response when going back into the Hope. In 2 playthroughs and all the hours I put into this game, the Serenity reference is, or well, actually technically Firefly reference is one I've never gotten before, so I got my Firefly reference. Yes! Okay. Sorry. Anyways. Let's go ahead and repair. Okay, let's do some tinkering. Excuse me. Bring it up to 3,000. That works. Close enough. 2. And there go all my bits. Alright, so you need a damage mod. Ouch is... adds power attack. I don't want power attack. I want... Actually, that's the other thing I needed to grab. I needed to go and grab all my mods. Hey, Mr. Acid. Acid type works. I can't remove it. Okay. Okay. And back. Melee. Okay, so we got the melee weapon attack speed. Okay, and let's just. You don't have one, so let's give you a grip. No, it already has. It doesn't have an attack. Sure, we'll give you a power attack. Okay, you're fully modded. I think we can add a mod to you. Nope. Only have the one mod slot. The rest of you are not currently in use. Next. Son of Black. So, let's go ahead and mod you up. So, first we got our armor. Augmented lamination. Upgrades body armor and helmet armor ratings against in-ray damage. Physical damage. Shock damage. In-ray damage. I'm going to do in-ray damage. Okay. No difference in type, so we'll just use that one. Okay. Did I... Wait. I did the wrong one. Oh well. Okay. Okay, that was kind of annoying. So, get mod applied to armors, which upgrades dialogue and leadership skills. Melee weapon skills and defense skills. Skills. Ranged weapon, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. Yep, we're gonna increase my melee weapon skill. And sprint speed, sneak, carrying capacity. Yep, we'll do carrying capacity. Okay, so there's that one. So we're all modded up. You. We'll give you N-Ray, sure. We'll give you that. Tech skills, because Ellie. There we go. Alright. We got you. Just throwing it all on there, just kind of. Okay. Making sure my companions are set up here. There we are. I think we're good to go there. Took a little bit more time than I probably should have, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to talk to people a little bit here.
Something busted, Captain?
What are your thoughts on Gorgon?
You want to ask about anything in particular, Captain?
I'm guessing Edgewater's been weighing on you.
Dad always said I couldn't keep my thoughts to myself, even when I wasn't speaking. I've been churning on that phonograph we found. The one belonging to Dr. Ambrose. The one where she says Spacer's Choice tested adrenatime in Edgewater. By the time they sent that drug to Edgewater, they knew it hurt people. That it made them violent and stole their minds. But they did it anyway. Edgewater was already fraying at the edges and they tore it right to bits. All to make money. I just can't conscience that kind of cruelty no matter how hard I try. It just makes me want to scream. Thanks for letting me talk, Captain. I've been needing to get that off my chest.
We're gonna make this right.
By working with the board? Pardon me for saying so, but I ain't so sure. After what we've seen here, I don't think they got anyone's interest at heart but their own.
Did you ever try Adrenatime?
Nuh-uh. Dad wouldn't let me near it. He was a real big believer in rest. Not his own, mind you. Mine. A drug was no substitute for that, he said. No matter what Mr. Thompson told us. He never did follow his own advice. He worked himself to death. And the company didn't even thank him for it.
Did he take Adrenatime?
Not that he told me, but Edgewater was a big town then, and it only had me and him to keep it running. Most nights after I got to bed, he'd just keep working. I always wondered how he had the stamina. Turns out he didn't.
Sorry, Pavati.
Thank you for saying so, Captain. He died a long while ago now, but it ain't something you ever get over. You just learn to live with it. I'm still learning.
Yep, we're gonna talk to everybody else. Just kind of get a feel for how they're feeling about Gorgon right now.
Sanitizing within established radius. Scanning for C-2-5.
Hey, Cap.
Let's talk about this Gorgon job.
We've seen a lot of stupid in this colony, Captain. Trying to turn raptidons into diet toothpaste. But this, if it's true, if Marauders were made, someone ought to burn for it, Captain.
I always thought Marauders were born when two Marauders love each other very much.
What? They were born. They were normal people once. That's the whole fucking point. I knew folks who turned. I've seen it happen. It's a slow, insidious descent into madness. Ain't but a shell left behind, sniffing around for its next meal like a canid.
I don't think I've ever seen you fired up about something. Okay.
Well, someone has to be. Marauders are a problem. Finding out it's self-inflicted is... Ugh. Someone unleashed that evil on our colony. And at the end of all this, they ought to look that evil in the eye and account for it.
Judging by the state of Gorgon, they may already have.
Maybe. I suspect whatever happened wasn't enough. Someone's pet project died. Cry me a river. Let's go. Let's find out what happened.
Good to see you, boss.
Got a minute? I want to talk to you about the business on Gorgon.
You know, if you told me a corporation was responsible for making all the Marauders, I'd guess it was Spacer's Choice.
You've been a bit pensive ever since the OCI. Something on your mind?
I don't know what pensive means, but I've been thinking. That voice we heard, the ghost of Gorgon, I can't stop thinking about what they said. Whatever happened on Gorgon was no accident. Spacer's Choice made the Marauders.
You think they're trying to bury it?
You ever get the feeling we're uncovering some sort of conspiracy? Spacer's Choice made the Marauders. And then those Marauders ended up in every corner of Halcyon.
This is really bothering you.
Everybody knows somebody who got hurt by Marauders. Everybody knows some place they got hit by him. Let's just get to the bottom of this job.
Something on your mind?
Let's talk about the Gorgon job.
You know I've got no love for top rungers, but if Minnie's willing to pay, I say we take her money.
You ever heard of Lucky Montoya?
Sure, like Ada said, he was a big name among freelancers. I met him at Lost Hope once. He was buying rounds for everyone and telling a story about one of his jobs. Pretty sure half of it was made up.
Well, the drinks were still free.
Exactly. There was just something about Montoya I couldn't quite trust. He was always the center of a room, and he slapped a lot of backs to stay there.
You think he was all talk?
Yeah. I'm trying to say that if he screwed this job up, that's on him. I still like our odds. He may have had a rep, but you're more capable than he ever was.
Only because I got a great crew by my side.
Yeah, well, just remember that when we get paid. What's on your mind?
Any idea what happened to Lucky?
From his arm? The decay makes it hard to tell. Could be a lot of things. Torn off by something with big teeth, torn off by something with big claws, torn off by someone with a moderately sharp blade. Or maybe he just got too close to heavy machinery. Sure.
All right.
Something on your mind?
Okay. Be sure we talk to everybody. Let's see what the vicar has to say about this.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Max, what's your take on this whole Gorgon business?
I must say, our mysterious antagonist is quite rude. It goes against all wireless etiquette to not identify yourself when tossing around threats to life and limb.
They obviously aren't too happy with us looking into Gorgon.
Under normal circumstances, I'd point the finger at Spacer's Choice, but they wouldn't hide in the shadows. They'd throw the full force of their security apparatus at us.
Sure, maybe their security is as shoddy as their products.
Don't be deceived. UDL knows exactly what they're doing.
Oh yes, my old enemies. United Daily Lobbyists. I hate them.
Right. But in this instance, I was referring to Universal Defense Logistics. UDL created the Spacer's Choice Company to flood the market with cheap, substandard goods, and it gave them the capital to be the most powerful corporation on the board. Their profit-before-quality ethos has not only filled their pockets with bits, it also defines who they are and explains the disposable quality of life in Halcyon. I suppose you could say their incompetence is a design feature. The Marauders are just the natural end result of how little value they ascribe to any human life but their own.
Even so, it's still surprising.
What's surprising to me is that I allowed myself to be a part of that system. Even after they threw me in the penitentiary, I still acted like I was doing their bidding in Edgewater, selling the townspeople on the idea that the plan supported the board's rule. All in pursuit of a book that I thought would solve all my problems.
But you were just acting. You didn't believe it.
Ah, but we must be careful what we pretend to be, lest we become it. A lie is as good as the truth for those who believe in it. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Alright, that's it. Okay, so... that is... everybody. Alright.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon and then locked the place down.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
We didn't have... or you tell me.
I don't even know who's still alive from Project Gorgon, much less who would care enough to guard its secrets. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
I don't suppose your mother left you any passwords or mysterious keycards?
No. I think you're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned detective work. It's a good thing you have keen senses, a reliable ship, and a very wealthy sponsor.
Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives.
Did you know
If
that...
only I could do the same.
you know that Gorgon was developing Adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that Adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all of that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Cracking knuckles? Yes.
That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
Okay.
Welcome back, Captain.
Does Ada have
How
any-
can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Let's go to Phineas's lab first, before we actually go to Byzantium.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Alright, Sam. You did good, but I needed the talking companions. Alright. Hey, Bubbles!
You got him!
I'm evil. I know it. Universal Defense Logistics Official Arrest Receipt. As per Official Arrest Protocol outlined in Defense Logistic Incarceration Document A43.21-6, the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official Halcyon court at the appointed date and time with his paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their own name. Failure to appear at the appointed time and date with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the rescheduling of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur in additional fees. Halcyon Court is not responsible for missed appointments that are a consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high-security containment location. Please note that this is the only copy of the receipt that you will receive, and that it is your responsibility to have it with you when you appear at your registration session. Oh, that's diabolical. But hey, now I can come in here. See where the struggle kind of happened here. Someone got shot. Reminder, subject may be unstable. Take that in a moment. Phineas's terminal passcode. Why was it in the pig? Oh, so the hack skill came from Sam. Interesting. If you are seeing this screen, I, Phineas V. Wells, have been perniciously kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the perfidious and cowardly government of Halcyon in the prison fortress of Tartarus. If I have not already been executed for charges leveled against me, I hope the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work or rescue me, preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and my belongings to the icy depths of the Aether. If this is Bob, I just want you to know that I had the highest hopes for you. I don't understand why you decided to work with the board, and maybe I never will. But I just want you to know one thing. You are a monstrous traitor, and I hope you're eaten by several hungry marauders when the colony collapses. Goodbye. Personnel files. Phineas V. Wells, eyes only. Note, must delete entries from terminal memory. No telling who might be looking. First entry. The Hope made it to Halcyon after all, 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with an entire ship full of frozen colonists, so naturally, they're going to leave them there. Corporate tells us revival is impossible. They've tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Balderdash. Cellular regeneration after long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm quite confident I can find a way to revive the Hope's colonists, if only corporate would authorize my requests. Frankly, I don't see why I need the permission of my employers to conduct experiments in the name of scientific advancement. What nonsense. Did Newton beg permission from his employers before discovering the 3 laws of motion? Genius is not beholden to the vicissitudes of bureaucracy. Besides, the Hope has a cargo of hundreds of thousands of colonists. The board practically expects a few to go missing. 113 seconds. New record. Most of my subjects last 93 seconds on average, before total cellular liquefaction reduces them to several gallons of organic soup 3 degrees above freezing temperature. 113 seconds of screaming. This subject was stronger than the others, but in the end his body failed to survive the revival process. He was my 12th subject to die. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Strictly speaking, I do know. The Hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists. I've only experimented on 12. How many more experiments before I successfully revive a single subject? 1? 10? 100? 500? Statistically insignificant. If I experimented on one subject every month, I would not make a dent in the Hope's population in a lifetime. And still hear the screaming. Trouble sleeping. Trouble concentrating. Psychological toll? Significant. On to subject number 13. Final entry. I always suspected this would happen. The board finally discovered what I'd done and sent their headhunters to track me down, but they'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. I am. I regret what I've done. But I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging the board's forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They're the only people who can set things right, and I'm going to find a way to revive them no matter how long I have to stay in hiding. I've got my notes with me. I have my equipment. And now I have this lab. It's time I return to work. Inns Forest. Okay.
Real slick.
Okay. Reminder, do not tap on glass. Seal's loose. Okay. Anywho's it? Ah, poor Phineas. And I killed Bubbles too. Even they weren't that cruel. I killed Bubbles! Alright. So let's see. This is where I... Oh, okay. So, and we need to go to... Yeah. Go to the unreliable. Actually, we're getting close to our end point here. And perfect timing, it's almost 10 o'clock. So go ahead and move us on to Byzantium.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
And this is where I'm going to end the night. So I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube recording. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and close out this particular episode of The Outer World. Thank you so much for joining along on this journey with me. I hope that you had as much fun watching this video as I had in recording it. Of course, if you like what I'm doing here, please help me out with the YouTube algorithm and do the needful. You know how it is. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As well, make sure that you click that notification bell. That way you get notifications whenever a new video comes up on my channel. You can also follow me on my various platforms out there. I am currently on Twitter as Biscuit Eater YT, on Facebook as The Biscuit Eater, and finally on Twitch as Biscuit Eater. And lastly, if you're interested in actually catching these live, do note that all my long-form Let's Plays are currently being streamed online on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Biscuit Eater, Mondays and Wednesdays from 7:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Pacific Time. Would love to see you there. But with that all said, again, thank you so much for joining along on this with me, and until I see you next time, game on, lovelies.